And I'm not going to pull the old wool over your eyes. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make out that, you know, I'm from Belgium when I'm from the UK. I'm not going to do that kind of thing. Well, hello there, perfect drafters. How we doing? Are we good? We on the Stella? Are we good? Hey? Oh wait, I don't know. Some of us seem to not be so good at the moment. Let's have a few beers and chill out, people. Yeah? What have we got to have a beer with you right now in this little baby? We've only got a Camden IPA. That's what we have. It's a relatively new keg and just under that 40 notes. And I'm talking just by 10 pence. Yeah, it's £39.90 of your finest. So, what's the ABV, Baldy? You're looking at 5.8% for this British IPA belter. We're going to be looking at a hazy kind of appearance. We're going to be looking for those citrusy notes. That's what we're looking for. Bit of tang, bit of twang, bit of, that's nice. But before I go any further, what have I got to say to you? But Happy New Beer. Or Happy New Year. Yeah, because it is first video of 2024. I'm not going to say much more. I think enough has been said about Perfect Draft kegs at the moment. I really do. So, I just want to have a sup of this. I want to have a sup of this, tell you what I think to it. We'll have a look at the keg. I'll do the pour. I'll bring it in. We'll have a look if there's any of those famous bubs. Probably won't be too many. It's an IPA. Yeah, doesn't really need it. But we'll see if there's any anyway. I'll bring it back, I'll have a sup, we'll see what it tastes like. But before I rank it, before I give it that famous Baldy rating, because oh, it's famous. Well, it's my rating, yeah. Before I give it that, I'll have a bit of snackage. I've got some left over from the festive period. I've gone a bit mad on nuts, to be quite honest with you, and I've got some more to have. I would say my favourite snackage over the festive period has been some Tesco Finest mince pies with kind of a crumble topping, salted caramel I think they were. I mean, you got 4 in a pack, and I did think, you know, they're quite sizage, they're quite big, they're about that big, you know, in relation to my head. That's maybe exaggeration, it's about that big. So the only problem with those are, you know, 1, not enough, 2, too many. Yeah, so I had 1.5 with the missus, left 1 over. I never saw that other one. Never saw it. And I think we had about 3 packs of those mince pies. Anyway, let's stop banging on about mince pies. The festive period's over. Let's have a beer though. I'm not doing dry January, but if you are, fair play to you. Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to give this a review. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a pour. Let's have a go, perfect drafters. Okay then, people, there we go. There is the Camden IPA Indian Pale Ale Kegaroo. Yeah, drink cold. Yeah, don't drink it warm. Drink it cold. I think it said 3 degrees actually as a recommended temperature. I had it set to 4. Yeah, but anyway, nice pink background. Bit of a weird kind of a, I don't know, kind of a blocky font for the IPA. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's this kind of very pop-arty kind of style of Camden keg label you often see. Anyway, that's enough of looking at the keg. It is what it is. Let's get it back in. Let's get it poured. Here we go then, people. I've got a Camden glass. I've also got a Sloth and Pac-Man. But that's irrelevant. Let's give it a pour. I'm the wrong side. Let's give it a pour. Okay, there we go then, people. There's the Camden Town Brewery logo. It is a Camden IPA, 5.8%. You can see some bubs. Not much of a head. Don't always need it. Yeah, not much of a head. And I did actually kind of bring it vertical a little bit sooner just to give it that bit of a head. Didn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But there we go, a nice kind of straw-like colour. Yeah, wouldn't say there's too much haziness to it. I've seen more haziness. Yeah, it's no Hazy Jane, is it? No siree. But what does it taste like? Let's give it a sup. Okay then, party people, there we go. Not much of a head on this, it's got to be said, but I'm going to give it a sip. A sippy suppy soo. There she blows. There she blows. Right. Like I say, not much of a head. Seeing some bobs. There we go. Right. Here is the first beer of my beer with you of 2024. Cheers and Happy New Year, Perfect Drafters. Let's hope it's a good one. First thing that strikes me, and I was surprised at the amount of bobs. I was. For an IPA that has got some life. It's, I mean, I know, doesn't look like it with the head, but in terms of carbonation, that tickles the tongue. Feels almost fizzy. Yeah. Fizzy. Like a fizzer. I mean, it's got the citrusy kind of notes there. Absolutely. It is obviously an IPA, but is it the best one I've tasted on the Perfect Draft? I'm telling you immediately, no, it ain't. It ain't awful. And I'm not going to pull the old wool over your eyes. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make out that, you know, I'm from Belgium when I'm from the UK. I'm not going to do that kind of thing. But what I will say is this definitely ain't my first pint out of this. I actually had left Noel over the kind of festive period. Coming into the new year though, and to actually see in the new year, I had this in, Camden IPA. So was it a good choice? It weren't awful. I enjoyed it, but I could have had better. The only reason I actually had it in there is because it's a keg I've not reviewed. Would I have that above other IPAs on the machine? Not on your Nelly. Nelly. No, I wouldn't. Like I say, it's not bad. It has got that IPA twang. For a 5.8%er, it doesn't taste like that. Hasn't got the kind of mouthfeel of a 5.8% IPA for me. It's not awful. I'd have it over the Camden Pale Ale. I'd have it definitely over the Camden Hells. So out of the Camden kegs, yeah, it's probably the best. Is that saying a lot? It's saying a bit, but not a lot. Yeah. So where would I put it amongst other IPAs? I mean, I would have Ghost Ship over this. Definitely have a Goose IPA over it. I'd have Vocation Life and Death 100% over this. And the new Vocation Hop, Skip and Juice, again, definitely over this. I'm trying to think of the ones it beats. Punk IPA, I'd have above it. Club Tropica, it's above. Ghost Ship, it's above. Vocation, like I said, Life and Death, and both that and Hop, Skip and Juice above. Goose IPA, definitely above. Right. So is there any that I'd have below this? The only one I may consider below this is the Hopped in Harmony from Brewdog. That's the only one because I wasn't keen. The orangey zang? The orangey zestiness of that Hopped in Harmony, I just wasn't keen on. And I bought 2 kegs of that just for the glasses. I regret. I do. So Yeah, I'm not high in this in great esteem. Don't get me wrong. It's not the worst drink, but I am an IPA fan. So therefore, for an IPA, I'm not amazingly blown away with it. Mouthfeel isn't bad. Aftertaste, I don't think you should get a bad aftertaste with an IPA because of that lemon zestiness. If you like it, that's there. And it is with this. It feels a bit thin, especially for a 5.8%er, but there you go. Carbonation levels, I would say, are a bit high on it, even though the head has been well lost after about 4 pints out of that keg. Anyway, people, what I'm going to say to you is before I rate it, let's have some snackage. So like I say, over the festive period, I've had a fair few nuts. I have, and quite a few of those nuts have been sensations from Walkers because I like them, I rate them, I think they're good. So one of the best ones is Thai sweet chili. Yeah, so I had some of those, but I feel I've reviewed those before. Then on New Year's Eve, I had the honey and salt kind of crispy Walker sensations. Again, they were nice. In fact, I brought them into the room and the kids dipped in, the missus dipped in, and I had hardly any left. I was gutted. But anyway, these are the third bag. And these are Sensations Coated Peanuts Mexican Smoked Chili. I've never had them before and I'm looking forward to them. So peanuts covered with a flavoursome crunchy coating. First, the warm smoky aroma, then the spicy flavours of chili, finishing with a kick of sweet paprika. Nice. Right, so I'm happy with that kind of blurbage of what I should expect. Yeah. What it does say is why not also excite your senses with some Sensations poppadoms? And I would recommend them. I think they're nice. Right, let's get into this bag. Let's give it a shake first. Let's give it a shake. Lovely little shake. Right, he's in. Chuck that down. Right. I'll tell you what, I'm getting aromas already, but let's give it a snifty. Let's get that snoz in there. They're looking very orange. They are looking Tango Man, slap round your face, orange. And smokiness. I'm getting smokiness there. And it's a nice smokiness. Right. I do like the crispy coatedness of Walker's Sensations nuts. I just do. Right. I've got a 4 nut grab plus an extra bit of shell. The nuts fell out of that one. Right, let's give it a go. They're good. They're good, people. Yeah. Abba-dabba-doo. They're good. There is nothing wrong with them whatsoever. They are nice. They're quality nuts. They really are. Amongst those others, I would say they're probably my second favourite. The Thai sweet chili are top still for me because they've got that same crispy coatedness that they've got. They come in a second, and then I would say those honey and salt ones come in a third. Now, don't get me wrong, they're all quality. It's just that those honey and salt ones, they're naked. They've not got that nice kind of crispy outer shell jacket. So they're naked nuts. And I prefer that crispy coating. I think that makes them a bit more special. So for me, they're kind of second place in the Walker Sensations Nut of Hall of Fame. Nothing to be ashamed of though, quality nuts. Lovely crispy coating, lovely crunch. You know, the size of them are perfect. The nut inside, nice and moist and nice and good. The smoky Mexican chili flavour definitely comes out. Not too much of a kick, not as spicy as the Thai sweet chili sensation ones, absolutely not. But also got a nice little twang, yeah? And that smokiness, especially nice for the aftertaste. So I would say overall, very nice nuts. Good. So back to this. Other thing with that, good quality beer snack. Definitely nice dry edge of the mouse without being too dry. So how does it give this a bit of a lift, or does it at all? Let's go. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same beer. But anyway, I've probably been a little bit harsh on this. Maybe I'm being a bit of a negative Nelly of 2024 straight off the bat, but it's just not my favourite IPA. Simple as that. It's not. But it's all right. So what am I going to rate it? I'm going to give it a 6. I'm going to give it a 6 because I'm an IPA fan, and the fact that it doesn't really go boom for me is a shame. It is. It just is. So there we go. Gets a 6. Probably won't be buying it again. These, you see, I'd give the Thai Sweet Chili Sensation ones an 8. So I'm going to give these a 7. Very good. Very respectable. Those honey and salt ones, I'd probably give a 6. So 6, 7, 8 in the order that I said. But these, yep, they get a 7. Mexican smoked chili. Sensations coated peanuts. So there we go, Perfect Drafters, the first one of 2024. There will be, hopefully, many more. I think there's a few kegs out there still that I've not reviewed. The Left Blanche thing comes to mind. The Camden Marzel thing, Marzel, whatever it is, that I've not done yet. That will be my 4th Camden keg. They just went mad on the Camden, didn't they? They did. Let's hope that one tops the tree. Yeah, bit of a darker one. I've heard it compared to Diebells, which I wasn't so keen on. So let's hope that's not the case. But anyway, we will see, people, because I've got that in stock. Anyway, what I'm saying to you is this. Have an absolute belter of a year, Perfect Drafters. Let's hope 2024 is an absolute cracker. Yeah, let's hope we get some beautiful kegs on that machine. I might do a few different types of review as well this year, because I am running out of Perfect Draft kegs. So I might branch out, might do some cooking. Yeah, did some lovely sausage rolls over Christmas. Cranberry sausage rolls. Honestly, I was impressed with them. They didn't look good. Aesthetically, they were poor, but they tasted very nice. Anyway, whatever you're doing this weekend, people, make it an absolute belter. It is January, but hey, you know, if you can have a few beers with a few mates, do so. Yeah, enjoy. Whatever you're doing, have a good one. Cheers, Perfect Drafters. Cheers.